The Siege of Tyre. Why were Tyre so important to both Persians and the Macedonians? The Siege of Tyre was orchestrated by Alexander the Great in 332 BC during his campaign against the Persians. The Macedonian army was unable to capture the city, which was a strategic coastal base on the Mediterranean Sea, through conventional means because it was an island and had walls right up to the sea. Why were the Tyrians so confident that Alexander would not be able to take the city? The reason why they were so confident was because they had powerful navy and mercenary army. Their city lay roughly half a mile off the shore, and according to the account of the historian Arrian, the walls facing the landward side toward an impressive 100 feet, which is 46 meters in height. Their city lay roughly half a mile offshore, and according to the account of the historian Arrian, the walls facing the landward side towered to an impressive 100 feet in height. Alexandria probably was the important temple that Alexander wished to make an offering to. The temple built to face the rising on the day Alexander was born, so Alexandria is probably the most important temple that Alexander wished to make an offering to. Tyrians hurled massive rocks into the sea beneath the wall so that Alexander wouldn't be able to get his ships close to the city itself. The Macedonian army was unable to capture the city, which is a strategic coastal base on the Mediterranean, through conventional means, because it was only an island and had walls right up to the sea. Alexander's plan was to conquer all the coastal cities so that when Persians tried to fight back, Persia would have hard time landing on the land since all the coastal lands are all in Alexander's control. They caught balls from the stone throwers in soft and yielding materials and so weakened their force. While this attack was going on from the mole, the king sailed around the city with his whole fleet and inspected the walls, and made it clear that he was about to attack the city alike by land and sea. Tyrians first tried to talk to Alexander and his men that they can just be peaceful, but Alexander ignored Tyrian, and when Alexander ignored them, they just tried to attack. Tyrians knew that they were going to get demolished, but they still fought for glory. After the Tyrians' first attempt to stop him, he just ignored them and started attacking the Tyrians since Alexander knew that they can demolish Tyrians. Being the new innovations in siege weaponry, siege equipment, the towers Alexander built are very gigantic. It's only 10% of the South Korean landmark, the Lucid World Tower, which is about 1,800 feet. What weapons and siege equipment did Alexander use? They used catapult to project rocks, arrows, and a lot of things to project to them and kill them. It was kind of revolution that time because they only had limited projectiles like slingshot or a bow, but a catapult can project stuff even harder and further away. So it was a revolution that time. They needed more reinforcements and armies so that they can fight against the Persians, since Persia was a huge army, not an army that is very small. They needed a lot of reinforcements. Syrians decided to join Alexander's effort and send a large fleet of ships. They helped Alexander get more reinforcement and helped defeat Persian in the naval battle. Divers made the navies hard to move, and Alexander tried to defeat them to stop them from stopping the navies. Alexander led the Macedonian armies into the city. Most of the Tyrians were either killed or sold sold to be of slavery, or 30,000 Tyrians were killed or sold to be a slave. And this is my bibliography. Thank you.